welcome to my YouTube channel. And this is Sharon Cavalier, and I would like to say thank you to people who subscribe to my channel, and I want to say thank you also to Sunshine Shoulder for making me a guest on his live stream. So like what I promised on the live stream of Sunshine Shoulder, to make a video to share my experience in life. And this video, I'm gonna speak about how do I met the father of my daughter. So at the very beginning, I had an auntie who is living in Belgium. Her husband is a Belgian man, and they are still living there until now. And when it was a time that they went to the Philippines, I think around 2002 or 2003, they took picture on the different Filipino woman in our island. So I am one of that. And then when they went back to Belgium, one of his husband's friend asked them to a Filipino woman. And then when that guy saw my picture in their computer, that guy asking about me. So my auntie introduced me to him. And then we were texting together because at that time I think Android phone or internet doesn't exist well. So we had communicate using text or call or chatting in Skype or in Yahoo. So on the first time we meet in 2005 in Manila, because when we were speaking through chat, texting, calling on the cell phone, and then we were planning to get married in the Philippines. And then I met him in Manila because we need to go to the Belgian embassy for us his legal capacity. But sadly, because the Belgian embassy said that he can get married to another woman because he has a fake marriage with a Filipino woman before. And then it was so very sad because all was fixed. I made a wedding gown. He paid for it, and then but sad to hear the news from the Belgian embassy. And then he didn't want to file an annulment here in the Philippines, even he has a fake marriage. And the reason why he didn't want to file an annulment of his fake marriage here in the Philippines, because he is a single in their country. Because in their country, I don't know if it's the same law, but in the country of Belgium, that I know a little, but I am not so very sure because my husband told it to me. When a Belgian man got married here in the Philippines, and if they will not declare it in their country or in their city hall where the city they are living, if they will not declare in their country their marriage here in the Philippines, you are not, I mean, the Filipino woman is not a legal wife in their country, so they are still single. I don't know if it's the same process, but that's the processing in Belgium. That's what my husband told it to me, and I know a little bit also because there are some women also from our island, married also Belgian men. So after that, after we've been to the embassy and heard about what the embassy told to him, we went to Cebu, and then he told me to not to file an annulment in his fake marriage here in the Philippines because he is single in Belgium. And then he told to me that he must fix it, and then he find a way for me to go there and get married in his country until he didn't do anything until he came back on September 28, 2006. But he didn't do anything for me to go to his country. And then when he went back here on 2006, September 28, he stayed here 2.5 months. 2.5 months. He stayed here 2.5 months. So when we've been together, we were rented a fully furnished house here in Lapu-Lapu, and then the first time we met, he came also here in Cebu, and then we meet a woman. It's a friend of mine. That woman also is from our island, and that woman went to Belgium before because her auntie also married a Belgian man, and her auntie filed a petition for her to go to Belgium. But when she was in Belgium, it was very sad because she had a relationship with the husband of her auntie. So that's why her auntie sent her back to the Philippines. And then that woman know the father of my daughter because they meet one time in my auntie's place. So when the fathers of my daughter came here on the first time, we met that woman, but no bonding together. And then I didn't know, and the father of my daughter didn't told to me that he asked the Yahoo account to that woman. So I don't know anything. I don't have an idea because I didn't think in a negative way. So when the father of my daughter came back 2006 September 28, I had my menstruation at September 23, and it was finished on September 26 or 27. Yeah, because I had only it's finished at 26 or 27, around that. And then he came here on September 28, um, September 28, 2006. So we were rented a fully furnished house here in Lapu-Lapu. So we were living together for 1 month and a half. And then I didn't know that he was sending a text to the woman who had a relation with the husband of her auntie. So I don't have an idea, because when I saw him, he keep his cell phone far on me, and then he keep like he is reading the text secretly, because he moved his cell phone on the right on the way that I can read or I can see. So I don't have an idea until one time it came to my mind that perhaps she is texting, because before he went back here last 2006 September, when we were chatting in Yahoo, when I made an online in Yahoo, I saw that woman and the father of my daughter online. They are online together, and then when I arrived, the woman was appeared. She was made offline, and then when I asked to the father of my daughter if they are chatting together, he said no. But when he went back here, it came on my mind when he was asking me to go to buy something in the market, and then he didn't told to me that he sent a message to that woman, and then he invite that woman to come in the house that we were rented. So he asked me to go to the market to buy something, to buy cigarettes, and then he had so much things for me to buy and for me to stay a few time in the market. So at that time it came on my mind that perhaps he invited that woman to come. So I went to the market, and when I was in the market, I saw a telephone. So I was calling to the security guard on the place where we've been rented a house, because there is it's a kind of subdivision, and then there is a security guard. So I called the security guard to check in our unit that we were rented if there is a woman, and then the security guard told to me, yes ma'am, it's true that there is a woman inside in your apartment, and then they are talking together with your boyfriend and her, and they are talking together, and then they are alone inside the house. So what I never think in a bad thing. I never think in a positive way, but I mean, I don't think in a negative way. I never think bad, but it came on my mind that that woman had a relationship to the husband of her auntie. She can do it to her auntie, so she can do it to me also. She can seduce, or she can do anything to the father of my daughter, because they are alone together inside the house. And after, when I went back to the apartment or to the house, I confront him directly, and I asked him if that woman came, and then he answered yes, and we do nothing. He said like we do nothing, something like that. So I told to myself, okay, and until we until at the month of October. At the month of October, I didn't have my period, and then I realized that I don't have my period yet. And then I told to myself, if I didn't have my period until October 23 or October 26, so maybe I'm gonna pregnant, 1 month pregnant. So, and then at that time, and then first week and second week of October, I feel not well. I feel I had a morning sickness. I don't like to eat, and then I didn't have taste on my mouth. So I told to myself, perhaps it's because of a hyperacidity. So I went to the house of the friend of my father, who is a nurse, because her house is not far from the place where we rented. So I went in her house and asked her about what I feel, and then he told to me that there is two ways that I can doubt. I mean, there were two ways that it's true. If it's because of my hyper acidity, or if I am pregnant. So there is two option. And then she told to me also, she had given me an idea. She told to me that if ever you didn't have your period on October 23 until 26, it's there is possibility that you are 1 month pregnant. So I told to myself, okay, but for me to be sure, on the first week of November, I made a test, a pregnancy test. So when I woke up early in the morning, I do the test, and then it was positive. So I was 1 month pregnant, and I put the pregnancy test on the table. And then when he woke up in the morning, he saw the pregnancy test, and he asked me if it's positive. And then I told to him, yeah, it's positive. I am 1 month pregnant. And then he didn't answer a few, but suddenly he answered that I never forget, because what he answered is sorry, what he answered is to about the baby. So I thought to myself, no, I refuse him, because I am not a stupid woman. I am a good woman, and my parents teach me to be a good person. So I told to him no, because his reason is perhaps his ex-wife, I mean the Filipino woman who had fake marriage. I'm sorry, because his reason is perhaps the woman make a problem if that woman know that I am pregnant. And then I told to him, I don't care, because I don't care of what she will do if she will know. And then because I didn't feel guilty, because on the first place it's the woman who lied to him. The woman didn't say to him that she is married first with a Filipino guy before she got married to the father of my daughter. So when he knew that I am pregnant, what he said is to make an abortion. And then I told to him, no, I only say one word to him, just only thank you, because I told to him, if you will come back, thank you. If you will not come back, thank you also. And if you will not support the baby, all I can say is only thank you. If you would like to support the baby, thank you. That's all. I only say one word to him also. It's just only a thank you. And then because I was very shocked when he told me to make an abortion, because I saw quite a lot of men, when they know that they become a father, they feel so very happy. But he is different. He wants to kill the baby, and then fortunately I refused him. I told to him that I'm not a crazy woman, stupid woman, and a stupid mother to kill my own baby. The baby didn't know anything what happened in the earth, or what gonna happen. So when he went back to Belgium, it was I was 2 weeks pregnant. So he went back to Belgium November 12, 2006. So when he went back to Belgium, I didn't communicate him for 1 week, because I was still shocked of what he told it to me about abortion. And then until he contacted me again, and then we were chatting again. We were chatting together, and I went to the internet cafe to talk to him until I delivered my baby. I bore my baby. He supported me for the first time. He was sending money for to pay to the midwife, and then all what I need for the baby. And the first time he was supporting me. And then while I have my baby, when I had my baby, I bring her to the internet cafe so that he can see the baby. And then until he told to me to move to a little apartment, because the place where we lived before, it's the place of my auntie in Mandawi City, and then it's a very little house, and then it's very broken house. And then every time I chat with him, every time I chat with him, I bring the baby until we move in a little apartment, because he told me to move it. So I moved until he's sending money. I mean, he was sending money for the milk on the first time. But when he sent money, I buy all what my baby needs, all what needs, diaper, milk, or something, and other else. So if I'm gonna buy a coffee, and then if he will see in the receipt, because after I bought everything for my daughter, he asked me to scan the receipt. If how much I pay, I must scan it and send it to him. And then when he saw that there is a coffee in the receipt, he told me, why there is a coffee? It's the baby drink coffee, something like that. And then he insulted me. He insulted me very much, and then he say something hurt words to me until I was thinking that to live again in my auntie's place, because I was afraid that perhaps the time came that he didn't want to send any more to me. I don't have any money to pay the apartment, and then he sent support to my daughter when my daughter was 8 years old. From when I born until 8 months, 8 months, when my daughter was 8 months, he still sending. But when my daughter was 1 year, he didn't send for a few months, until my daughter became 1 year and 2 months. He sent again, but just only 3,000 pesos. After that, he never sent anymore. So we went back in my auntie's place. We lived again in my auntie's place until I never heard him anymore, and I never heard him anymore. And then I've been waiting that he will contact me or searching me and my daughter, but I didn't receive any news from him. And my auntie also, who is in Belgium, didn't do anything to find him, what happened to him, why he didn't contact me again, something like that. He didn't do anything. And then I've been waiting for 2 years. I've been waiting for 2 years. I support my baby alone with the help of my family. And I've been waiting for 2 years, but I never heard any news from him. And sadly, because I didn't blame myself, because it's my choice. That's what I want. So I don't blame myself. And then what I only say to myself is, you must face it, because this is what you want. But I cannot deny to my I can't lie to myself that every night I cried, looking to my daughter sleeping every night, because what I can do is only cry. I cried every night, and I cried every night, because that's the only way I can voice out what is inside my heart, because I don't want to tell to my family, because I don't want that. I really don't want. I heard from them telling to me that it's your choice, that is what you want, so face it. So what I did before is crying every night. I keep it in my own, the problem that I have. I didn't say to anybody. I just keep it on myself, and I am trying to fix it on my own. So it came to the point that I was feel so depressed. I was in depression, and then it came to the point that while I was crying, it came on my mind and say, what if I'm gonna kill my baby? I'm gonna put pillow on her face until he died. And after I kill myself, it comes every time in my mind when it happened. And then but the only person I can speak is God. I was asking him so much. I was blaming him for I was asking so much question. I asked God why it happened to me. I am not a bad woman. I do good. And why it happened to me? Why there are so much Filipina women who did bad to other foreign people, but why we are so blessed? And me, why it happened? That's what it came on my mind. But when it came to the point that I think to kill my baby, there is also other side on my mind said that don't do it because it's not good. What you think is a devil. And then it comes to my mind also. It makes my mind clear that okay, I am so lucky. I think I am lucky because I have my daughter. I had a beautiful daughter, and I thought to myself that perhaps it happened to me. Maybe there will be another plan. I mean, perhaps God will have another plan for me, because everything happened for a reason. That what it came on my mind. And then until every time I go to the church, I pray that give me God, give me strength to be strong, to fight, something like that. And then until I was moving on slowly, I thought to myself, okay, I must think of my daughter, and then better that I must take good care of her. And then I think I thought to myself also that even I am poor, our family is poor, but I think we can feed or we can support my daughter until she grew more and more. And then every time I go to the church, I also pray that I said to God that all what happened to me, I think it's your choice, and maybe you have another plan for me. Give me a sign that I must continue, or give me a sign for me to keep strong. And so give me a sign if I can find another guy. I hope you can give me a man who is nice and treat my daughter well as his own. So until I met my husband. But sadly also, because when we went to the island, when we went to our island, some of the people there also are very judgmental. Some of people there, but I didn't say all. And then the hurt thing that I will never forget is they were judging my daughter when my daughter was 1 year and 8 months or 2 years old, something like that. I heard from other people there criticize my daughter, judging her, and it hurts me because I am the mother and I heard it in my own ears. Even my relatives criticize my daughter, and I heard it in my 2 ears, and it still hurt because my daughter didn't know what happened, but they were criticizing my daughter. They often told to my daughter that oh, you are it seems like they make bully to my daughter. And then they said to my daughter that oh, you are a child, or you are a daughter of a white man, but you are poor, you don't have money, and then your father is dying in the soup which is on the plate, something like that. For me, it's very hurt. It hurt me so much because I didn't realize that there are people like that who criticize my daughter, and my daughter know nothing. She was 2 years old and she didn't know anything what happened. She didn't know that her father abandoned her. So I thought to myself, when I heard that from the people, I thought to myself that soon I would like to stand up in my own feet and wear the mood I down. So I thought to myself that it's okay. I accept because perhaps this time I am in the down level, I am in the down mood, but I will show you to stand up in my own way. That is the reason I sometimes I don't go often to our island because of the people there. They are very judgmental, and some of the people also respect only of money. Even they are your relatives. If you don't have money, if you are not rich, they don't know you. They don't invite you in any events until my daughter grow up, and then my daughter didn't care now of what other people think of her. That's all. Sorry, I am sorry if I am so very emotional because I cannot keep it inside to me. Thank you, and have a wonderful day, and God bless everyone. And I also told to the father of my daughter, because after my husband passed away, I was trying to search him in social media, and I was found him in Skype. And then I spoke to him about my daughter, and then he denied that he is not the father. He is not sure that he is the father of my daughter. And then I answered to him that I am not afraid to making a DNA test all over the world. I am not afraid to make DNA test in any DNA testing center in the whole world. I am not afraid because my conscience is clean and I did not do anything bad. And then when I contact him, on the first time he bought a cell phone to my daughter, and then he sent, I think 2 times 3,000 pesos. That's all. And now we never heard him anymore again. And my daughter sent message to him, but he didn't answer. And until my daughter told that if he doesn't want me, it's okay, I don't care. That's my daughter told to me. That's all. Thank you. Father of my daughter came here September 28, 2006 until November 12, November 12, 2006. And I born my baby on June 2007. So it is exactly 9 months.